I'm going to solve a few Legendre symbols using quadratic reciprocity. I have shown some of these recently in videos, but some of the videos I ended up deleting. They were not really high quality, and I like this way better than using my video setup, which is not, it's not great. It needs to be improved. So I think it's better this way. All right. So what do we do with 461 over 947? We take 461, we take 1 from it, and we divide it. And so that happens to be even. It means that we can flip the quadratic symbol, the Legendre symbol. What am I talking about? Yeah, the Legendre symbol. And then without incurring a negative 1 factor. So I can see already that 461 times 2 is 922. I'm sorry, 800. Yep, 922. That's right. And then the difference between 947 and 922 is 25. So this is, as I mentioned in the video that I did when I was like trying it raw, instead of knowing what the answer is, this has to be the world's easiest Legendre symbol to calculate, because 25 Legendre symbol 461 is a square, and all these Legendre symbols that are squares are equal to 1. And by the way, as an aside, the way to prove it is by using Euler's criterion. Because if you notice Euler's criterion, you do this, you put AP, and this is a to the p minus 1 over 2 times a to the p minus 1 over 2 mod p, and this is a to the p minus 1 mod p, and by Fermat's little theorem, this equals to 1. That's the reason why squares of Legendre symbols are 1. Alright, so let's do a little erasing in here, and then move over and do progressively more complicated Legendre symbols. Let's just make a little space for our new Legendre symbol. Legendre symbol. Okay, so the next one, and some of these were videos, and where I did them live just to show how quickly they could be done. It was not elegant. I think this is a little more elegant. So 876 divided by 2 is 438. Is that right? So this is even. We can flip it without incurring a negative 1 factor. And we can subtract, because we're modding really. And this is 123, 324, right? 324. And then 324 divided by 4 is 81. So this is 4 times 9 squared. So this is a square, and this is yet another symbol that is really, really easy. It's 2 squared over 877, 9 squared over 877. Both are equal to 1. This Legendre symbol is equal to 1. So yeah, so those are two easy symbols that once you land on that square, you're done. And at some point I want to move on to a software setup where I have a much bigger area, but baby steps. We're taking baby steps in here. Alright, so the next Legendre symbol that I have attempted is 853 over 1193. 852 divided by 2 is 426. Is that right? Yeah, so this is even. Once again, just flip it. Difference here is 147 plus 193, which is 340, right? I think the answer is 340. Am I correct in saying that? 147, 193, 360, oh no, 30, yeah, 340. So this is 2 times 5 times 2 times 17. Yeah, that's right. So then the 2 square over 853 is going to be equal to 1. And then we have two other symbols to calculate. I'm going to erase the 2's. And I'm going to erase this also and erase this. And then now we're down to, and I always like to write down this even thing because then I remember. So this is 5 over 853. And we know that 853 is even. So actually when I wrote this down, I could have easily just moved on to the next step in the process and flipped these. And I should have. So really, this is 853 or 5, 853 over 17. This is 3 over 5. And when you do many Legendre symbols, you're going to know that 3 over 5 Legendre symbol is -1. And then 853 divided by 17, let's do that one as well. But let's dispense of 3 of the Legendre symbol 3, 5. And I still have some leftover calculations down here. Very quick. This is a very simple proof that sometimes could be asked in an exam. How to show that the square Legendre symbol is always 1, and you use Euler's criterion. You just square Euler's criterion. So we were going to do 3, 5. Now 5 can always be flipped without a -1. Because of course 5 minus 1 over 2 is 2 and -1 squared is 1. Okay, so this is 2, 3, which is equal to -1, 3 squared minus 1 over 8. This happens to be 1, so this is -1. So that's just something to remember. It's going to help you if you take exams with Legendre symbols. It's going to help you a lot to always remember that whenever you see that 3 over 5, that you got yourself a -1. And then let's divide 853 by 17. I think this is 5, so this is remainder 3. This is 3, 17. Now, can we flip this without a -1? 17, 16, 8. Yes. And this is 2 over 3, which we just calculated, and it's -1. So this, but did I screw up something? Yes. I knew I was going to screw something up. But we also have a previous -1. I just almost fell into the trap. Yeah, there you go. So watch out for your -1s. So both of these symbols are -1. The product of them is 1. The answer is 1. 1. I'm going to draw it like almost like it's a penny. 1 penny. It's 1. All right, let's do some erasing and let's do the next Legendre symbol. Just align my corners here and find my eraser. So we've already done 3. The first one was really easy. The second one was almost as easy. This one was a trap because it's got 2 -1s, and it's very easy during an exam when you're in a hurry to forget one of the -1s. I've done that many times in my practice, because I happen to enjoy working on these problems. So I've by now indulged in the hobby of working out Legendre symbols using quadratic reciprocity. The next one, so right here I can already tell that this is even. Now I can also already tell that 661 does not go into 1297 twice. So I might as well just subtract it, right? And let's get rid of more leftover calculations. All right, so this is 339 plus 297, which is the same as, let's add 3 to both. So the answer is 42. Is that correct? I don't think so. I think I'm doing something horribly wrong. Yes, because I was supposed to add, not subtract. This is 636. Yeah, that's right, which can easily be divided by 3 to obtain 212. So it's 3 times 106.53. So this is what we're calculating here. And I already see a square that I can get rid of that I'm not even going to set up as a Legendre symbol. But because I'm doing this video for you and not for myself, I'm going to write it all out nice and clean. And so this is 2 squared over 661, which we all know is 1, 3 over 661, and then 53 over 661. Now, 661 we said was even. So we already know right here that we can do an immediate double flip right here. And I'm just going to write it up here. And by the way, we can already see that the first one is 1 right off the bat. Because when you mod 661 by 3, all you get is 1 over 3, and 1, the symbol 1p is always 1. Okay, so now let's just divide. It's just a 1, so we don't need to write anything in there. Maybe let's leave the equal sign here. And then this divides 661 by 53. Okay, so that was 106, right? And that was 25. Yeah, that was 25. And 25 is one of our friends because 5 square Legendre symbol 53 is 1. So this Legendre symbol, the answer to it is 1. Alright, so then let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next Legendre symbol is, got it written down here, is 569, 1033. And this is a complex one, I believe. So 568 is even. Okay, so this is 1033, 569, and then 569 only goes into 1033 once. So this is 464, right? All right, so 464 is our number in here. Let's figure out its prime factorization so that we can do the Legendre symbol. So I see that 464 divided by 8, I think I can do that. No, I cannot. By 4 is 116, right? So this is, and I can already see off the bat that the fact that I have a 2 square is good. Now then, 116 is 58 times 2, and then 58 is 2 times 29. So this also is another square. So I've got squares all over the place, and this magically becomes 29. And that was quick because it had lots of squares in the prime factorization. All right, so then 569 was even, so we can immediately flip it. Let's mod it. So 569 mod 29 is going to be, right, I think that's what we have. Is it 9? $18, right? I think we have an 18, which becomes 2 times 3 square. That square goes away because 3 square 29 is equal to 1. So this up here is just the Legendre symbol. This is the Legendre symbol that we're down to. We have not incurred any negative ones, right? So now we have to figure out what the Legendre symbol No, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. This right here becomes 29, and I'm going to stick to it. It becomes 18. I apologize. I think I need to clean this up. This is 29, and then when we flipped it, it became 18 over 29, but we got rid of the 3 square, and now it's 2 over 29. This is what we're calculating in here. So let's erase, because in my haste I went down the path of wrongness, which can happen. So the symbol that we're calculating right now is symbol 229, which is equal to negative 1 to the 29 squared minus 1 over 8. And then it's easy to run astray when I'm erasing everything all the time and I'm not seeing my past results. 29 times 29 is 30 times 30 minus 30 minus 29, which is 900, minus 59, which is 841. 840, remember to subtract the 1, right? Subtract the 1 right here, and then divide by 8 is 105, which is odd. This Legendre symbol is equal to minus 1. All right, let's do one more. And hopefully I will keep my calculations clean, because as you saw, I started getting confused between where that 29 was going to go. But I've got notes. This is not one of my doing it live to see how fast I can do it symbols. All right, so our next one is eight to 9, 1433. Okay, 8 to 8, 414. It's even. So that was quick. 829 does not go twice into 1433. So let's subtract. This is 433 plus 171, which is 604. 604 is equal to 2 times 302, which is equal to 4 times 151. 151 is prime. This is a square that goes away. And so we're really down to 151 over 829. Is that correct? Yes, because when we modded, we got down to 604. And then we simplified to 151. So really, I can go in here and put in 151. Now I'm going to do some erasing so I can keep on calculating. Now, 829 was even, so I can flip immediately. And 151 times 5 is 755. Equals 45 plus 29, which is 74, which is equal to 2 times 37. Okay, so now, all of a sudden, and my base is 151. I must not lose sight of that because of all these flips that we're doing. So I've got two symbols that I'm calculating right now, which are 2 over 151 and 37 over 151. This means that I'm going to be doing a square of 151 for that 2 over 151 symbol. Okay. And then 2, and then 151. Right? 22,801, 22,800 divided by 8 is an even number, and this is equal to 1. This Legendre symbol is equal to 1. And now we're down to calculating 37 over 51. 151, I should say. So then, now 37 is 3618, so it can be flipped. So that we're down to 151, 37. Now this, should it go 4 times in? I'm going to try 3. 111. 111 plus 37 is 148. So this is 3 over 37. Is that right? I think so. Now we said 37 was even, right? 3618. Subtracting 1 and dividing by 2 is what I just did, right? If you caught that. So then We're going to flip this baby, and now we're getting near our answer because this Legendre symbol is 1. Okay, I've got one final. Do I have one final one? I think I'm going to stop right here. So I hope you've enjoyed this session, this rather long session of working on Legendre symbols.